In your golden years, life should become simpler, not more complicated. You've carried enough weight in your life, responsibilities, obligations, duties to others. Now, this stage is meant for lightness, for peace, and for honoring the life you've built. But that peace can quickly vanish when you're constantly pulled into the chaos created by irresponsible people. These are the ones who never quite seem to learn. They make the same mistakes over and over again, and they always expect you to pick up the pieces. They may come to you with wide eyes and heavy hearts. They'll tell you it's just this once, that they really mean it this time, that they're in trouble and they need your help. And because you love them, you help. You lend money. You rearrange your day. You calm their panic, even though your own peace suffers. But then it happens again, and again, and again. You see, irresponsibility isn't just about forgetting to pay a bill or making the occasional bad decision. It's a pattern, a way of living that avoids consequences and expects others to carry the burden instead. And for older adults, especially those who have worked hard, sacrificed for family, and endured life's trials, being dragged into someone else's mess feels deeply unfair. You've earned this chapter of peace, yet someone else's chaos can make it feel like you're living in a constant state of worry. Let's paint a picture. You're sitting on your porch, the sun warming your face, thinking about your next trip to the farmer's market or that book you've been meaning to finish. Then the phone rings. It's someone close to you, maybe a grown child, a grandchild, or a longtime friend. Their voice is rushed. They're in trouble again. Bills are piling up. They've lost their job. They've made a poor choice and now they need money, or a place to stay, or someone to bail them out emotionally. Your heart aches for them. Of course it does. But inside, something else stirs. Exhaustion. Because this isn't the first time, and you already know, it won't be the last. The truth is, people who live irresponsibly often rely on your responsibility to keep them afloat. They lean on your steadiness, your kindness, your big heart. And if you're not careful, you become the one paying the emotional toll for their lack of growth. Now, this doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you harden your heart or shut people out. It means you recognize the difference between helping and enabling. Helping is temporary. Helping is thoughtful. Helping empowers someone to stand on their own feet. But enabling? That's when your support becomes a crutch. When your resources, your energy, your time are used over and over again without appreciation, without real change, and worst of all, without any accountability. So how do you protect yourself? It begins with one powerful word. No. Not an angry no. Not a resentful no. Just a calm, loving but firm, I'm sorry. I can't do that anymore. And here's something to remember. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you also love yourself. Maybe you say, I'm here for emotional support, but I can't give money anymore. I hope things work out, but I can't solve this for you. You'll have to figure this out on your own. These aren't cold words. These are words that protect your energy and encourage them to grow. Because the truth is, when people are finally forced to face the consequences of their actions, that's often when real change begins. But as long as they know you'll always fix it, there's no reason to change. This is your time now. You've raised families. You've worked long hours. You've taken care of others for decades. Now, you deserve to enjoy the life you've created, free from unnecessary stress and emotional rescue missions. Surround yourself with people who are responsible for their own lives. People who show up for you, not just when they need something, but because they value your presence, your wisdom, your company. And if someone in your life continues to pull you into their mess, remind yourself, you are not responsible for other people's choices. You are responsible for protecting your peace, your health, and your happiness. In this chapter, the most loving thing you can do for yourself, and even for others, is to let them carry their own weight. Because sometimes the best way to support someone is to step back and allow them to stand on their own. Let me know if you'd like me to continue with the 5th type of person to avoid in old age, or expand this one even more. In this stage of life, every day is a gift. You've lived through decades of change, growth, hardship, and joy. And now, more than ever, you deserve to wake up with hope in your heart, to feel light in your step, and to enjoy the peace that comes from knowing you've made it this far. But there's one kind of person who can quietly steal that joy from you: the pessimist. These are the people who always expect the worst. No matter what's happening, good or bad, they find a way to see the dark side. They worry out loud. They complain constantly. And their favorite words often sound like, "That'll never work," or "What's the point?" or "It's too late now." They believe the best days are behind us. They don't see possibilities. They only see problems. And if you're not careful, their heavy energy can start to affect you. Picture this. You're sharing something you're excited about. Maybe you've joined a walking group. Maybe you're planning a trip, starting a hobby, or just feeling good that day. But before you finish, the pessimist speaks up. Walking group? Aren't you afraid of falling? Travel? With your back problems? Hobbies? I don't know why you're bothering. At our age, nothing really matters anymore. Suddenly, that warm feeling you had disappears. You feel small, doubtful, maybe even silly for feeling excited in the first place. This is the power of pessimism. It doesn't shout. It whispers. Slowly, quietly, until you begin to question your own joy. And the truth is, after all you've been through, you deserve to protect that joy with everything you have. Because optimism isn't just about being cheerful, it's about hope. It's about believing that even now life has more to give. More beauty, more laughter, more growth, more connection. Pessimists, however, can make you forget that. They focus on everything that's wrong with the world, and they want you to join them in their worry. They complain about the news, about their health, about the weather, about people, about the future, and they rarely stop to appreciate what's still good. Being around that kind of negativity can leave you feeling drained, discouraged, and even depressed. But here's the truth they don't see. There's still so much worth living for. Yes, aging brings challenges, but it also brings clarity, wisdom, gratitude, a deeper understanding of what really matters. And that's something to celebrate, not fear. So how do you deal with pessimists? First, understand this. Their view of the world is not your reality. Just because someone believes the sky is falling doesn't mean it is. You have every right to hold on to your hope. You can gently push back by saying, "That may be true, but I like to focus on the good. I understand your concern, but I'm still excited about this. Let's talk about something that lifts us up today." You don't have to argue or defend your joy. Just redirect the conversation or walk away if you need to. And in some cases, especially if the pessimism is constant and heavy, you may need to limit your time with them, not out of cruelty, but out of self-care. Remember, emotions are contagious. Spend enough time with someone who is always negative, and eventually, you start to feel it too. But the same is true for joy. Spend time with people who laugh easily, who look for silver linings, who enjoy the small moments, and you'll feel that light growing inside you again. You don't have to be blindly positive. Life is real. Hard things happen. But there's a big difference between acknowledging life's challenges and believing that things can never get better. You get to choose what you focus on. And in these years, these precious golden years, you deserve to focus on what gives you life, not what takes it away. Let go of the weight of constant negativity. Surround yourself with people who make you feel alive, inspired, and hopeful, even in the small things. Because at the end of the day, one of the most powerful acts of self-love is this: